Somehow, it doesn't seem like he's actually scolding Emi at all. It's like this is sort of a routine between the two of them. Emi does a basketball imitation of remorse. I'm sorry, I won't do it ever again. The nurse and Emi both laugh at some private joke. Suddenly, it seems that he notices me. Ah, hello, Hisao. What brings you here? Well, Hisao's officially joined me on my morning round. I start to explain, but Emi cuts me off. I thought he might need to visit you so that he doesn't die or anything. The nurse raises his eyebrow in mock horror. Yes, that would certainly put me out of a job fast, wouldn't it? Well then, Hisao, let's have a look at you. Lift up your shirt, would you? I'm suddenly very conscious of the fact that Emi's in the room with me, and blush in spite of myself. Oh, get over yourself, man. Jesus. You were fucking staring at her. She noticed you staring at her before, and you're too fucking scared to bloody lift up your shirt in front of her. Because it's not like you're taking your pants off in front of her. The nurse seems to sense my discomfort, but it only seems to amuse me. A bit shy, are we? He makes an apologetic bow to Emi. Sorry, Emi. I tried to get you a free show, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Emi stiffens slightly and fries a look of annoyance at him. You're an asshole. Emi bows to be apologetically. I'll wait outside, okay, Hisao? I begin to stammer that it's not really a big deal. She doesn't have to leave, but she's already out the door and the nurse is laughing as he watches her go. Still got it! Ha! Photo follow. He laughs again, like he's in on some joke that's over my head. I can still get her flustered. It's a competition of sorts we've had going on for a while. It sounds incredibly sinister to me, and it seems as if the nurse realises that too. It sounded a lot worse than it actually is. Come to think of it, I wasn't going to say anything. No, you're right. I should fill you in so that you don't get the wrong idea. I'm actually relatively new here, you see. I got hired in the same year Emi started going here. Before that, I worked with Emi during her initial rehab following her accident. Hold on. What? We had to amputate her legs after a really nasty car wreck. It nearly killed her and succeeded. What happened to fucking doctor-patient confidentiality, buddy? He shuts up abruptly. I blink at receiving this unexpected piece of news. Well, that's not my place to say. Anyway, we've known each other for quite a while, and didn't I say that, that would be the case? You know, that she got in a car crash. I'm assuming the whole and succeeded part was with her dad, so just saying, put that out there. So we have a slightly more familiar relationship that is strictly professional. He seems embarrassed, like he's done something stupid, yes, like say that she was in a car wreck. I guess he's really worried about that. I wave a hand to let him know it's not a big deal. Don't worry, sir, I promise. I'm going to be discreet. I had been wondering about what caused Emi to lose her legs, and that was one of the scenarios I thought of. There were only so many ways that could have happened, but actually hearing about the facts, that's still a little shocking. Well, thanks. You're a good kid, so I can see why Emi became friends with you. She's quite indomitable. You know? What do you mean? Didn't see her learning to walk. She'd go for much longer than others in the hospital. She refused to quit. Normally, it takes years to get a point where you can even think about running again. Emi did it all in about a year. He almost seems proud of her, like a father who watches his daughter win a competition or something. Hell, she'd probably have done it faster if not for the fact that we wouldn't let her. Wouldn't let her? Why not? Because she'd go for so long that her legs would start bleeding where they met her prosthetics. It's a real concern. It's why she comes by every day after she runs. To say nothing of the risk of infection if her legs get cut up and her prosthetics are dirty. But enough about that. If we don't get on your way soon, Emmy will think we're up to something. As he says this, he gives a wink and begins checking my heartbeat. The stethoscope is way too cold. It's always way too cold. He really should have heated it up or something before he used it. Oh, stop being such a little bitch. After a few moments, he leans back satisfied. Well, you sound pretty good to me, Hisao. You didn't have any chest pains while you were running, did you? No, not really. Oh shit. I had some trouble catching my breath though, and my heart was racing by the end of it. Oh, okay, that's alright, you did sort of. The nurse frowns as I say this, but then shrugs. That's probably just because you're out of shape. But if you don't improve, then you should let me know, okay? Don't push yourself too much. And of course, if you have any chest pains, come to me immediately, right? I put my shirt back on, and the nurse leans out of the doorway to call him. It took you so long. Now I'm going to be late. The nurse gives me a significant look. I was just seducing Hisao, that's all. What? Come on. What if I told you about seducing my friends? I'd expected Emmy to be shocked by this, but instead she seems merely annoyed, scolding the nurse as if he were a child stealing cookies. Meanwhile, I try hard not to blush as blah 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 at the nurse's innuendo. I'll try not to do it again, though I fear young Hisao may be lost to the female gender forever. No, what? Not freaking likely. What? Oh, what happened there? Oh, okay, that's alright. Yeah, no, we just had an awkward... I thought my computer crashed. I didn't mean to say that out loud, but both the nurse and Emmy regard me for a moment before bursting into laughter again. Told you he was funny, didn't I? Huh, I guess Emmy does talk to the nurse about a lot of stuff. Well, Hisao, you should probably get moving. You still need a shower before class starts, don't you? Crap, he's got a point, and it looks like I've only got half an hour. Thanks for your time. I'll see you later, Emmy. Wait, I thought we were going to have a shower together. Isn't that what we discussed on the trek? Having a shower together and all that, you know? Please, hit me. Oh, as I head down, did I read that? I dash out of the room as the nurse begins to remove Emmy's prosthetics. As I head down the hallway, I can just barely hear his voice drifting after me. Emmy, you've got to be more careful. Ooh. Cliffhanger. I make it back to my room and shower in record time. It occurs to me that I've already been up for 4 hours and class hasn't even started yet. You are going to be very tired by the end of the day. This is going to be a really, really long day. I hope I don't fall asleep in class. I wish that would come up more often so I could follow the heart, like I always do. The morning sunlight streaming through my window wakes me up instead of my alarm, and I realise that it must be Sunday. Emmy has kindly designed... to give me weekends off from our morning runs. I don't actually know if I woke up at all yesterday, or if I just slept through the entire day. My legs groan in protest as I lever myself out of bed. All this running has really taken it out of me. Still, I can't deny that Emmy wasn't lying to me. It has gotten a little easier. See? I'd been worried that the runs would start to wear on my nerves, but thus far I haven't minded them that much. Well, it's only been a week. I suppose there's plenty of time for me to start dreading the sound of my alarm in the morning. Not that I could ever skip out now. As Emmy said, it's hard to stop a routine when there's another person. And frankly, I don't think I'm equipped to deal with a disappointed Emmy. No, I don't think anyone is, to be honest. That pout was just... Doggy eyes, eh? Puppy eyes. Doggy eyes just sounds weird. She'd probably give me those puppy dog eyes, or that puppy dog eyes. And I'd feel terrible about myself. Yeah, even if you didn't do anything bad. If she did that, honestly, that would kill me. Which reminds me, wasn't I supposed to be somewhere today? Whoa! Hey, you're coming to the track meet on Sunday, right? Oh shit! Forgot. What am I talking about? Of course you are. Right? Those puppy dog eyes again. Of course I'm going. I owe you, right? Exactly, so don't forget, okay? Oh shit! Crap! Henry's track meet. Fuck! I'd better get a move on if I don't want to miss her running, since she's the only reason I'm ever considering going. That's right, and Rin was going to be there to make sure I was going to be there. Ah, fuck. Otherwise it would defeat the whole purpose of going. And so I soon find myself quickly surrounded by a crowd of people, all turning out to see our track team compete with another school like this one. I'll admit it, it's almost comforting to know you're not the only school like this. After you see that there can be 2 schools with a bunch of defective kids as well, you stop feeling so defective. You also stop feeling unique, which in most cases would be a bad thing, but in this case it sure as hell isn't. It's part of Yamaku's appeal, I guess. Learn that you're not unique. Hell, learn there's a lot of other ways who would kill to be settled with your problem instead of whatever they're dealing with. Some of the kids here aren't here because they're missing a leg or have a heart condition. Some of them might be here because they're as good as dead in 2, maybe 3 years if they're lucky. And that's only if they get the right sort of care. It's a bit of sort of comfort to be able to say, well, at least I've got a chance of being alive through college, but there it is. I'm brought out of my own rather morbid musings by the appearance of Rin near the entrance to the bleachers. Hey, you came. Thankfully not in my pants this time. Of course, I said I would, didn't I? It doesn't necessarily imply that you had to follow through. Lots of people say things and don't mean them. That's true. Well, I don't. Rin shrugs, seemingly bored with our conversation. She turns on her heel and heads back towards the seats. I owe him Emi money now. Why's that? I didn't think you'd show up. Emi did. So I owe her 5 bucks a year. You do bet an awful lot, don't you? Another shrug from an armless companion. I don't think so. We enter the bleachers and Rin nods on us. There's a lot of people around. Up there. I came out to see if you'd come. For the bet, I presume. Rin leads the way as soon as we've settled down on an almost empty bench. Oh, who's this? Hello? Hi. There's an older woman sitting next to Rin. Someone's mother, I assume. She's got rather long hair done up in a braid. On seeing Rin, she gives her an oddly familiar seeming grin. Well, this is surprising. I thought you went back to get a snack, not a boy. Huh? A snack? I wondered why I was down there. The woman laughs again in a way that seems familiar. Where have I seen her before? Well, I suppose you've always been one to go out for one thing and bring back another. But I'm being rude. I haven't introduced myself. I'm Maiko Ibarazaki, Emi's mother. Ah, what do you know? Pleased to meet you. Well, that explains it. Wait, where have we seen her before? I haven't seen her before. She's like a taller, older, and better endowed Emi. Better endowed. Apart from her hair being a darker shade than Emi's, there's really no mistaking the resemblance. Sorry, I'm Hisao Nakai. And really, you don't have to apologise for not introducing yourself, Mrs. Ibarazaki. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. That's really Rin's job in this situation, isn't it? Another laugh from Emi's mother. I take it you've not known Rin for that long, then. It's best not to expect her to remember something like that. She's got other things to think about, I assume. Rin nods, seemingly pleased by this assessment. She's right. I was thinking about sunsets. You see, it's really up to us to make introductions and the like. For lack of any better response, I nod. Mrs. Ibarazaki leans back on her little seat and raises an eyebrow. So, how long have you and Rin been dating? Oh, shit. I think you got it wrong there. Actually, Mrs. Ibarazaki, I'm interested in your daughter. My response consists of silence as my brain suddenly lurches into gear, but just before I can begin to utter a hastily babbled explanation, Emi's mother bursts into laughter again. Oh, the bitch trolled us! Ha! You're a plusher, aren't you? I don't know if there's any way to keep my dignity in this situation, so I settle for a mumbled response. Maybe. Oh, okay, no, she wasn't trolling. So this must be a new romance then, mustn't it? Wait, that's not the question, that... Another laugh. I know, but it's funny to watch you squirt. Oh, she... Fuck it out. Damn it. Damn it, woman. I'm sorry. Forgive an older woman for her amusements. Old woman? She sure doesn't look that old to me. Well, she is a mother, so she's allowed to call herself what she wants. Clearly, Emi gets her youthful features from her mother. Yes, I'll definitely say that. I suppose I can let it go. How kind of you. It's starting. Oh, where is she? Oh, she's there. She's on the outside track. Go, Emi! I direct my attention to the track where they're preparing for the first sprint. Oh, she's got this in the bag. Hey, is that, that's Mickey. I don't know who that is, or that is, or that is. But we've got Mickey and Emi. Hey! It looks like the 400 meter dash. As much as I like you, Mickey, I'm going for Emi. My eyes scan the runners before finding Emi. She's smiling with an almost cocky look on her face. Oh, I hate that fucking gun. That was why I was never good at sprints or 100 meter dashes or anything like that, because that gun always scared the shit out of me when it shot. The starter raises his pistol. And they're off. Emi explodes off the block, disappearing from the starting line in a blur. It's amazing. Even the other sprinters converge on the lanes closest to the inside. Emi surges to the front of the pack. By the time she rounds the final turn, some of the others running have caught up with her. Their efforts come to the north though, since the final burst of speed from Emi leaves them at the last half second behind. Mrs. Iwazari whoops and shouts, applauding wildly, and Jerry looking like the other parent cheering on their child. Emi bounds up the track looking pleased with herself. I cheer right along with the rest of them. The announcer, sounding suspiciously like Misha, gleefully gives the results. I think she's gotten faster since the last time. That was incredible. Mrs. Iwazari grins proudly. Emi's a heck of a runner. We fall silent on the next event as the next event is being prepared. I'm surprised to see Emi striding out onto the track again. Wait, didn't she just run? Emi's mother nods. Yes, but she runs multiple events for the team, especially the sprints. It's a lot of running, but Emi can handle it. From the looks of things, she's right. Emi doesn't appear to be tired. It's as if she hasn't run the previous event at all. If not for the sweat visible on her shirt, you'd never know. Which event is this? It's the 200 meter dash. She'll do this one, the 100 meter dash, and the relay. See you. Once again the whistle sounds, and once again Emi flies off the block. A thumping sound draws my attention away from the race. It's Rin's foot. She seems completely absorbed in the race. Emi's mother cheers again, and I assume the race is over. Sprints don't seem to me like that take very long. Your foot was bouncing on the bleachers. Oh. You seem pretty into this stuff. I'm surprised. Ren looks at me quizzically. Why wouldn't I be? Whoops. No reason, I just thought stuff like sports wouldn't interest you. I suppose you're right. It's not that interesting. But I'm watching Emi for the not the sport. Oh, that's fair enough. I don't follow. I follow? Fuck Hisao. Some of these things are quite simple and you don't follow them. Emi's the most Emi when she runs. You don't get to see Emi at her Emiest very often. Her Emiest. But here, you can. See? She directs my attention toward the track again, where the 100-meter dash is about to start. I watch Emi closely. As she gets onto the starter blocks, her whole body seems to relax, but it's a false relaxation. I can see that she's actually like a coiled spring. As the starter tells everyone to get set, her head snaps up and her eyes narrow slightly. Her mouth curls upward in what could be a grin and could be a growl. When the pistol goes off, it's as if she's been unleashed from a cage, like she was always moving at the blinding speed, but we couldn't see it happening until the starter's pistol dispelled the illusion of motionlessness. It's all over in a few seconds, but in those few seconds I feel like I just witnessed something very personal for Emi. As soon as she crossed the finish line, the fierce lip was replaced by her normal grin. The conquering general returned to his farm. Amazing. She's really amazing. I've never seen anyone move that fast. Well, don't look at me. I'm far too relaxed to run that fast. No, I think Emi's brownness all came from her father's side. At the mention of Emi's father, Miss Sibazari looks wistful, almost sad. Yep, I knew it. He got her into running, you know. Yeah, she told me. I'm uncertain as to whether or not it would be rude of me to ask after Emi's father, but after that look on her face a few days ago, I feel compelled to ask. Oh, you shouldn't have. I don't think you shouldn't have. That's kind of... Where is her father now, if I might ask? Emi's mother hesitates, clearly not willing to answer the question, but at the same time not wishing to appear rude. He isn't around anymore. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. Emi just seemed a little sad when she mentioned him earlier. That's not surprising, considering. They were very close. I see. Jesus. You need to change your ringtone, that sucks. A beeping noise suddenly emanates from Mrs. Ibarazaki's pocket. I need to remember that name better. Reaching into it, she pulls out a cell phone and looks at it. Honestly, text messages? What is he, 16? Oh, nothing. She's fully gone for the old, she's the widow, but she's wanting, she's wanting a bit of a boy toy. I've got to meet up with a friend of mine. Will you tell Emi I'm very proud of her and that I'll call her later tonight? Of course. Oh, okay. Oh no. I was going to say bye, Ren, but no, you're still here. I'll admit that I zone out for a while. I almost don't notice that the relay's about to begin, but when I look, I can't find Emi. I thought that Emi would be running the relay. She runs anchor. So she won't be running for a while yet. Did you see it? Emi at her Emiest. Maybe. Maybe this time. The race begins, and I cheer Emi's teammates along as they pass the baton. Hey! Finally, I see Emi sprinting onto the track to take the final handoff. Once again, I'm taken aback by how graceful she looks when she runs. It really is beautiful. Maybe she's ridiculously photogenic girl. deciding on the next course of action. Eventually, that proves to be too tiresome, and she shrugs again. Well, let's go down. Gotta crown the victor. See if you can find a laurel branch. A laurel branch. That's not gonna be easy. Rin shrugs. At least we tried. Well, we didn't really try all that hard. Or at all. But hey, whatever. Just shrug. Like Rin. Emi is surrounded by her teammates, all of them congratulating her on the run. Rin seems to be waiting for Emi to notice that she's arrived. Oh yeah, I guess you can't exactly wave Emi over. Then again, I'm not sure that Rin would do such a thing even if she had arms. It doesn't seem her style to draw attention to herself, or to emote beyond shrugging. Either way, I'm not willing to wait, so I wave to Emi who looks up and grins happily at me, us. Hey, you showed up! Guess Rin owes me money, huh? We would have bought you a crown of laurels, but Hisao didn't find one. Hey, neither did you. She came up with the idea. It was your problem to... It wasn't my job to look... Yeah, see? When did we assign jobs? When I said, see if you can find a laurel branch. Try to keep up. I shrugged. Guess Rin's rubbing off on me. Seems it's my fault after all, Emi. Emi laughs at Rin and me. It's okay. I'm sure you'll make it up to me somehow. Sure. Good. So how did I look? I stopped myself from blurting out beautiful or amazing and settled for the substantially very impressive. Oh yeah, okay. Emi seems pleased with this assessment. I don't mention how much more impressive her performance is given her lack of legs. I figure she'd know that already. Besides, it seems like it would take away from her efforts somehow. Good to see that you're not blurting out the worst possible answers ever herself. Great to hear. I was worried that I looked a little slow on the reload, but I guess I did fine, huh? Actually, I know Rin kicks me and keeps me from finishing my sentence. What was that all about? You noticed it at the end. That's no good. Guess the nurse will look at it for me later. There's a carelessness in her voice, as if it isn't a big deal, but I suddenly noticed a slight twitch on her face. Like she's trying to hide the fact that she's in pain. It's then that I notice her breathing is a little shallow too. I guess she really is hurt. She must notice my concern, but she skips up to me and gives me a friendly pat on the shoulder. Hey, you look a little worried. I'm fine, really. Just sore from all the running is all. And come on, a little pain isn't going to stop me. Oh no? Emi grins and for a moment she looks like she did during her sprint. Fierce and unconquerable. Or to put it another way, really beautiful. Hasn't yet. Oh then, I guess I shouldn't worry, huh? Damn right. I'm Emi Irizari. Oh fuck. Oh god. Karazaki. Fastest thing on no legs. I don't stop for anything. Impressive. Emi giggles and then seems to remember something. Oh, before I forget, Rin and I are going to do something next Sunday on a post-track meet celebration. You should come along. Normally we do it the day after, but since the track meet was on a Sunday, I've got homework in class and all that stuff to take care of. Plus our morning run, of course. Right, of course. Oh right, your mum wanted to say she's proud of you. She'd call you later tonight. I thought I saw her in the stands. I'm glad she made it. It used to be my dad who showed up to the meets, but Mum does a pretty good job of taking over. She shivers slightly, and I realise that she's still all sweaty. A breeze has started to blow too. Maybe you should give her your jacket or something. Be the gentleman. I'm not cold at all, and I've got my jacket with me. Yes, yes. So without a word, I throw it around her shoulders. Yep, thank you. That's what I was after. Emi jumps slightly and then grins at me. Hey, thanks. It's getting a little cold, I guess. Yeah, looked like it. Just as As I begin to wonder whether or not giving Emmy my jacket should be taken the wrong way, a boy in the track uniform approaches. Hey Emmy, you're going to miss the medal ceremony. Oh yeah, thanks. She turns to Rin and myself. You don't have to stick around for this part, it takes forever. Besides, you should get cracking on your homework now if you don't want to be up late, Hisao. Morning run tomorrow, don't forget. How could I? Good point. I mean, it's spending time with me, after all. With this, she waves quickly and dashes off to receive her medals, or whatever they pass off as a medal these days. Rin and I head away from the track, Rin remaining deep in whatever thought she has for most of the walk back to her dorm. As I see her off, she speaks up.